My mom, when I was probably about 11 or 12 years old, I remember going home from school one day, hadn't eaten my lunch because I said some other kids didn't have lunch and I didn't want to eat mine with them not having lunch. And my mom said, if you want to enjoy your own lunch, share it with someone else. Always share your lunch.
Hi, this is Judith Shaw once again from BlackcocoBrown. And today I'm going to start out with a little different. I'm going to start with a poem I wrote a couple of years ago. And this poem came from a place of fear. And I was trying to transform, but didn't know how. Something was holding me back. And this poem came to me and it revealed a lot about what had happened, who I am, and where I wanted to go. And it goes like this. I title it, When I Was a Child. I am afraid of doing this. Still so fearful after many years. Still so doubtful of my that and my this. Afraid of what you may think of my actions, of one of my many aspirations. I am doubtful of the words I chose to express my thoughts and emotions. Convinced they are inadequate, lacking of intelligence. Yes, I am trembling as I'm writing this, concerning myself of your approach, of your reproach, pondering on the right approach, denying myself the right to explore my creativity, fearful of your negativity. Because when I was a child, you told me I was a dunce. Because when I was a child, you told me my writing sucks. Because when I was a child, your empty words punctured my vital core, drained me lifeless, left me fearful and hopeless. But I persevere and decided to battle my fears by creating this. So finally, yes, finally, I can cross this one off my bucket list. I can now sing glory, hallelujah. Your disapproval is my strength and redemption. Redemption song, songs of freedom is all I ever have. Redemption songs. I finally reach a place inside of me where darkness lingered for a long, long time. And in that dark place, I was able to find the switch and turn on that light. And that light has been shining and guiding me, molding me, and helping me change narratives. And from changing those narratives, I can now say out loud, I am transforming myself one day at a time. And on that note, gives me great honor to introduce my guest this week, Sylvia Morrison. Sylvia Morrison is an empowerment specialist and humanitarian. She is the founder and director of Links Across Border, a registered nonprofit organization that co-create libraries in Ghana, West Africa. To date, Links Across Borders has co-created 8 fully resourced libraries in Ghana. Miss Morrison was called to be Queen Mother in Kpedze-Todze. Her title is Mama Agbalenyo I. I hope I didn't spoil the name. She has appeared on Rogers TV and CBC Radio in Toronto, Canada, and has also received numerous awards and international recognition for her transformational community development work. From working with individuals and communities globally, Sylvia knows the indomitable power of the human spirit to rise to a higher calling. As a humanitarian, empowerment specialist, life mastering consultant, Ms. Morrison teaches transformational principles in keynotes, workshops, and retreats internationally with a mission to assist individuals to ignite their passion and stand confidently in their light. Mama Agbalenyo I was born in Jamaica, migrated with her family to Canada, where she lived for over 30 years and established her successful career. Following her heart, she now lives in Ghana, committed to education, community development, and transformational coaching. Sylvia Morrison is on a mission to help others live a life that is harmony with our soul's purpose, transforming your dreams into reality. Welcome, Miss Morrison.
Thank you, Judith.
You're
It's
so
good to be here.
Thank you. Well, I have a few questions for you. What made you become involved in humanitarian work?
I became involved in humanitarian work. In fact, it's something that I've been interested in since I was a child, but really became actively involved in 1989, I think it was, when I started sponsoring a child through an organization here in Canada that does sponsor a child programs internationally. And so I did that for a few years. But the main reason that I have become involved, the short answer would be I do that work because when we as humans become involved in other people's lives, in supporting others, in accessing simple resources that should be available to everyone, meet the needs of others that are basic needs that everyone um, should have the rights to. When we do that, we not only help someone else, but we are actually just honoring our own humanity. You know, when we try to uphold the dignity of someone else, we are in fact transforming our own lives. And so that's why I do that. And one other reason that I must say is that my mom, when I was probably about 11 or 12 years old, I remember going home from school one day, hadn't eaten my lunch because I said some other kids didn't have lunch and I didn't want to eat mine with them not having lunch. And my mom said, if you want to enjoy your own lunch, share it with someone else. Always share your lunch.
Beautiful lesson. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. What is the most precious moment while doing this special work?
talk about a moment in the reading club. So, as you've read earlier in my bio, I am the director of Links Across Borders, and we co-create libraries in Ghana, West Africa. And one of the programs that I run in Ghana is a reading program, a reading club that I facilitate in my particular village in Kpedze-Todze on Sunday afternoons. And there is this young girl who comes to the reading club every week, and she would be very quiet, hardly speaking, only speak if I ask her specifically to answer a question. And she would whisper her answers because she feels shy or that her answer would be incorrect. But one afternoon, as we were going home at the end of the session, I noticed that she was walking behind me and she lives in the opposite direction. So I turned around and I asked her, "Did you want to say something to me?" And she said, "Yes." And so I stooped down to listen to what she had to say. And she leaned over, pulled out a piece of paper from her bag, and she whispered in my ear, she said, "Mama, I love you, and I have something for you." And she handed me this piece of paper. Well, it had a beautiful flower drawn on it, and the words written across the page, "I love you so much."
Oh, beautiful.
That really touched me. And when I said to her, "Thank you so much," I kissed her on her cheek and then I said, "Can we take a selfie together?" And
Oh,
her smile was as bright as the sunshine.
oh, beautiful, beautiful
That was precious.
story.
That
Yes,
was precious. Yeah.
yes. I wish I was there to experience that with you. And why would you recommend this for people thinking of making a difference for themselves, but not sure how to do it?
Thanks for asking that. That's one of the reasons I talk about the work that I'm doing, because I believe that everyone, regardless of who they are and how they are, I believe that everyone wants to make a difference in the world in one way or another.
Mhm.
For some, they're wondering, how can I do it? And they might think it's impossible. My situation is such and such that I can't do it. And then for others, they know that they have the resources and the capacity to make a difference, but they're not sure how to connect with the cause that they would want to address. They might feel, that they're not in touch with it enough. They don't have the information. They don't know who to trust, all of those things. But I do believe that everyone can make a difference. And um, I want folks to see that regardless of how simple your life is and how little you have, it can be done. When I started doing this work actively, I was actually at a very low point in my life financially,
Mhm.
but I decided to give from the little that I have because I believe that regardless how little you have, you can share it with someone else. And a story that stays with me is one when I was working with a community in Ghana as we were co-creating a library together. And when I called the community meeting to discuss the project, and one of the persons in the meeting said, I really appreciate what you share with us today. When I showed them how each person in the community could do something to create this thing that they wanted to have. And he said to us that day at that meeting, he said, "For years now, ever since I've been a young boy, I've wanted to do something in my village to make a difference, but I've never really thought that I have the money to do it. And I've been praying to have lots of money so that I can do it. But based on what you just shared with us right now, I can give something to help build this library. He took 200 CDs from his pocket and he laid it on the table and he said, "This is my contribution." And he wept. He was
Wow.
so happy that he could make a difference. But he said all his life up to that time, he was thinking he doesn't have enough money to make a large enough impact. So I say to folks, if you can give $1, it is your dollar. And if somebody else can give $1,000, it is their $1,000. And your dollar is just as valuable as $1,000 from someone else. Everyone can make a difference.
Thank you, Sylvia. And that's why I created Black Cocoa Brown with the intention of creating a community. I don't know how much I can give, but I am trying my best, right? So thank you for sharing that story.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And how can people get involved and support you in your mission?
Thank you. There are several ways. One of them is that I'd say check out the work, see what the work is and what part of that lights you up. linksacrossborders.org or sylviamorrison.com, my website. We run library programs, reading programs in Ghana. And those programs cost money to run and people to manage them. We also look at the We Shine program, which is one in which we take kids on excursions, help them to write stories and create art. What folks could do is folks could donate. Another opportunity is that folks could volunteer with us in Ghana. For several years, I would take groups of volunteers to Ghana to participate in the different programs that we run. And I think when folks arrive on the ground and really get to participate in the work, it makes a difference in their lives as well. You return to your home a different person than the person who had left your home to go on this trip. So that's one of the ways. And so folks can donate their time, you can donate your money, or just reach out to me at linksacrossborders@gmail.com and we can discuss more about how you can get involved.
Yes, Sylvia, thank you so much. I'm actually looking forward to planting these 2 feet of mine on the land of Ghana one of these days. Okay, so thank you so much, Sylvia, for saying yes. And before you leave, can you please clarify that mama name for me? Because I know I have butchered it.
So my title is Mama Agbalenyo I, Queen
Beautiful,
Mother of Kpedze-Todze in Ghana, West Africa.
beautiful. Thank you. One of these days, I will be able to pronounce it much clearer and better.
That
And
would
you're
be
going to be proud of me, mama.
I'm proud of you already. Just Mama is enough. Thank you,
Oh,
Judith.
thank you so much, Sylvia. I greatly appreciate you saying yes. Thank you.
You're
Thank you very
welcome.
much.
Thanks for having me.
You're
Take care.
certainly welcome. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Please tune in next week to meet 3 young entrepreneurs and listen to them share their stories, their journey, their failures and successes. And remember, Black Cocoa Brown is not just a brand, it is a voice. Let's keep changing the narratives one story at a time.